Alright guys, so we are doing the Information Security and Quality Assurance certification on FreeCodeCamp. This one's going to be diving deep into, not diving deeper into Node and Express. It's also going to be covering testing with Chai. Unit testing is one of the things that I am quite strict about, and I think testing will make you a significantly better developer. And then you have things like information security with HelmetJS, which is a package to help you with it, and that's what we're going to get started with. What we'll be using is Glitch, which is a little online code platform that they're going to do for this, at least this one. I'm not sure about the others. Might I take a moment to recommend our long-term sponsor. Long-term as in we've been working together for almost 3 years now, which is pretty crazy. And a lot of changes have happened at Dev Mountain. They've changed a couple locations in the past to now they're in the Lehigh area. They're also in Dallas and Phoenix. But if you're interested in considering a coding bootcamp, might I recommend devmountain.com. They have programs in full stack JavaScript, iOS development, QA, UI, UX. You can find out more information at devmountain.com. And what we can do is just simply open up a new file like so. It's going to create your starter project, which you'll have like this, and we can get going. So the very first step, and we're going to be jumping back between the step here and what's going on. And so the very first step is to install our package JSON. So we can go to here to dependencies. Now, don't think I tried this earlier to do it in the console itself, and I don't think we can do it, but let's see. Maybe we can now. Where's the console? I thought I had it up at one point. I don't want a full page console, but let's see if npm's installed. I was playing around with this earlier and I didn't see it, but maybe. Okay, so if we do npm install helmet, will it do it? Failed to parse JSON. Alright, let's see if we do that now. Alright. So, did it add it? If we go to my app, back to package JSON. Add package. No. Alright, we'll just do this. Helmet. Latest. Alright, helmet, there you go. Cool. Alright, so I think we are good to go. It's formatted. Look at that. That's pretty. I really do like this. And let's go ahead and copy this and see if we are good to go here. And we go ahead and say I've completed this challenge. It's going to run our test unexpected token and JSON at position 0. What does that mean? Console. Maybe that's not what we're supposed to. Let's try it again. So let's do this. Maybe this is what needs the live app. There we go. Needs the live app. Okay. Cool. Submit and go on. Maybe later. All right, so information security with HelmetJS. Hide potentially dangerous information by using helmet.hide powered by. Hackers can exploit known vulnerabilities. What's your size powered by Express? X powered by. The helmet hide powered by middleware. Remove the X powered. You can also explicitly set this. So it looks like they want us to simply have this in our code, which does a lot. And so let's go to our, close this, go to our myapp.js. So this is our server. All right, we're worried about my app. Cool. Install and require a helmet. Here's all the, already did that. All right, we're going to put that like so. And what we're going to do is up here, these should be const. Do not edit. Fine. Const. And we'll say helmet is equal to require helmet. Go ahead and save that. Helmet powered by. All right. So hide powered by. I think that should be it. Good to go. Live app. Copy it. Go ahead and throw this in here. Say I've completed this challenge. Test complete. Expected. Empty array. To include that. What are we setting it to? Let's go back. Ah, I see. We need to tell our app to use it. I understand. My mistake. Forgot about that. So we need to tell the app to use it, and now expect express to not equal express. What? Live app, copy. Go ahead and do that. Yep, same thing. Alright, and now let's go ahead and comment this back in. Try it one more time. Expected express not to equal express. Let's see if that makes any difference. Expected express to not equal express. Why is that throwing it off? Let's see. Let's hard code it, set it to something here. See if that has any difference. It shouldn't. Maybe it doesn't like that that's defined right there. They really meant not to edit anything in there. All right. Helmet.hide powered by. I don't know what's wrong. Get rid of this. Okay, we don't want to edit that. Well, let's see if we can get some help. Double check our package JSON. That's good to go. Sounds like a caching issue. Yeah, because we are doing everything correctly. There it goes. There's a caching issue. Or it's upset that I'm not giving Quincy $5 right now in here, Quincy. Alright, as a reminder, this project is built on the following starter project on Glitch. Your page could put a frame or iframe without your consent. This can result in clickjacking attacks, among other things. Clickjacking is a technique where a user interacting with different page for what the user thinks is malicious context. Alright, so frame guard will allow it to not be clickjacked. Cool. Alright, so go ahead and jump back to our myapp.json. And in here, we're going to go ahead and use, I'm going to close that, the action deny. All right. Or which you can also do same origin or allow from, which I mentioned allow from. It takes in some additional options as to where. Very nice, not too bad. Cross-scripting attacks. Cross-site scripting. So, instead of people stealing our passwords and things, we can instead sanitize all input coming from the outside. Gate query URLs, even post bodies. And the headers. Cool, so we are simply, I think a lot of this is just setting up us using HelmetJS, which is kind of what I did when I was looking for security solutions for an app I was working on. I came across HelmetJS, and it's really, as you can see, we're getting a lot of functionality without actually having to do too much. We simply tell it to use HelmetJS. And we can get quite a bit of security out of it without having to dive too much into the documentation. Avoid inferring the response MIME type with helmet no sniff. Do not bypass the provide content type. Alright, so another way that we can simply add another item to HelmetJS to stop the MIME type. All right, prevent IE from prevent IE period. Is there is there something HelmetJS do that? Prevent IE from opening untrusted HTML with Helmet IE no open. All right. Some applications serve untrusted HTML for download. That sounds sketchy. Default open these HTML files. X download option setter to no open. Okay, so it sounds like this is something bad that IE added at one point in time. I will say that with some of these comments are like, you really have to appreciate how far browsers have come in the last sort of like couple decades, and how much Chrome has pushed the envelope for not only security but like just features. You can pretty much do everything you can on a desktop in a browser nowadays, which is pretty impressive when you really think about it. Ask browsers to access your site from HTTPS only. That's a pretty cool feature. This is also important if you have service work on your app, so that you won't. So service workers require you to use HTTPS, which is important. Okay, so it looks like you need a configuration for this, and we want our configuration here. So let's go ahead and set this. We jump back down to here. We're gonna tell our app to use this HelmetJS, and in our configuration, we're also going to pass in excuse me. God, I hate that you set this as a var. This pains me to see this. Alright, and then we are going to have a max age to 90. I'm not going to type that out. Alright, 90 days of milliseconds. Alright, and then we need also this force to true. Alright, I think that will get that. This isn't so much you learning about HelmetJS, because HelmetJS is more so just a library that's going to, that you understand has security stuff, as configuring HelmetJS at the end of the day, because it's, I think this is more like Express is something you use, manipulate, has a ton of moving pieces. I feel like HelmetJS, from this and my previous experience, is one of those things that you configure once and sort of forget about until you get attacked. Because when you configure or you get attacked, then you go and put it on your project. Prove DNS, information security, DNS prefetching with Helmet DNS prefetch control. So if you have high security needs, you can disable your DNS doing that prefetch, which wasn't something I knew actually happened. No. All right. I should have just saved my link. All right, disable client-side caching, no cache. So you really only want to do this, maybe you could write some logic so that it only does this when you're on your local. You could also write some logic where it always does it, where you always want the client to be hitting your server to get new stuff. All just sort of depends. Generally speaking, though, you probably want to use caching. How many more are these? 10? Okay, I think there's one more or so. We want one or two more, and then I think we're good on this section. I've used enough packages for one video, I think. Set a content security policy with Helmet content security policy. Okay. When promising new defenses significantly reduce the risk and impact of many types of attacks. By setting and configure a content security to prevent the injection of anything unintended in your page. All right. So newer browsers essentially say, hey, we trust these people. TrustedCDN.com, so on and so forth. Okay. Got it. I use that feature for my APIs. Essentially, I use this if it didn't pass this, not to use certain APIs. Oops, wrong section. Okay. So the old app.use. Alright, CSP, and then CSP. How did they have the, is it an array? Alright, so and then oh, I see. So I think it takes in both these values. I think it's an array, period. It's just two values. It's a tuple. Timeout has occurred. Canary property kind of undefined. Alright, let's see if we can get a hint. 404 page not found. Ask for help. That doesn't do anything. Alright, so let's go ahead and see what people are saying. Okay, so we're close. Let's look at the difference in our code here. I guess I was wrong. We do need the object. So one, it's not CSP. And two, we have, apparently this is directives. And this is default. Default src. And then we have comma script src width self, and then we have trusted-cdn.com, and let's get rid of that. Let's get rid of that. Let's see, we have a couple errors here, so let's just break down our items one by one. We have directed, so we have another one, and then we have self-scripted, and then bam. Let's see, bam, bam, bam. Bam. And then bam. There we go. Saw the prettiest thing I ever saw. And let's get rid of this. We might as well clean it up a little bit. That's fine. Alright. Share it. Copy. And bam. Timeout has occurred. Alright, let's we always come back to this. I think we're probably doing it fine. I think probably the platform's just telling us that we're pinging it too much if I had to guess. Alright. Alright, I think we can stop here and we'll continue on in a later video. As always, guys, thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to check out my courses in the description below. See you guys next time. Bye. Alright, guys, we are back in it. It says we are having an error here. What's the error, Arena? Self must be quoted in default source. Let's see here. So, change it to self in your source list. Force this by enabling loose mode. Maybe this is what they want. Alright. Not sure what that's about. But it looks like we solved our errors. Now that we've done that, let's go ahead and go to here. Copy this. Come back to here. And say I've completed this challenge. Very nice. Alright, so we've made a little typo there. Alright, information security with HelmetJS. Configure Helmet using the parent Helmet middleware. So we did a lot of instantiation of Helmet, various pieces, but apparently you could just use Helmet to add some of the stuff minus the no caching content. So we could have done all of this. Alright. No test is a descriptive challenge. Alright. I guess they just wanted us to read it. bcrypt hashes. This is not something I'm familiar with. So, bcrypt hashes are very secure. Hashes basically the fingerprint in the original data. This is accomplished by feeding the original data into the algorithm, having it return a fixed length result. To further complicate this process, you can salt your hash. Salting your hash involves adding random data to the original data for the hash, make it even harder to crack the hash. Okay? So this would be an example. Alright, so bcrypt is another dependency. So let's go ahead and add it to our application. Alright. So there's bcrypt, and copy that over. So we added it. Bam, bam. Oh, you know what? We added it as a dependency. We did not add it to the application. Let's see. Do they want us to put it on here? No, it's probably just back in my app. Normally you put up here. Let's just try this. Const bcrypt equals require bcrypt app.use bcrypt. Right, I think I got that all right. Air. What's our air? Alright, let's see it. Let's see what happens. We do this, copy it. I don't think it told us to actually use it. Error. Let's try here. Alright, no errors. Oh, might have had a little bit of a typo. Bcrypt has been properly required. Well, I wonder if this is another issue with the caching. Ah, I see. I made a mistake. I needed to start on a new glitch project. Okay, simple enough. If it loads, let's actually go back real quick and we'll open this in a new window. We are done with that one. There it goes. Package JSON. Add our bcrypt. Sorry to do this over again. There is that. Alright, server.js. Const require equals, excuse me, const bcrypt equals require bcrypt. All right. Now we're doing it. Very nice. As a reminder, project SH is computationally is going to do so asynchronously on your server to avoid blocking incoming sessions. Bcrypt hash store hash. So this is how we would hash our password. Add this into your existing hash. Alright, so let's just copy this over. We'll jump to, so instead of password, we will paste in my plain text password. So this will take my plain text password, it will hash it, it will tell us the hash, and then we will compare let's see if we're doing that right. Which one does it want to compare? All right, let's see here. I think I got the general idea. Async hash generated, and you should call it. All right. There we go. Just want us to pass in the salt rounds that they wanted, which I guess is how many, how complex the hash is. We can compare them synchronously, which sounds like a good way to slow down your stuff. So compare sync. You have your hash. So some other plain text password, and the hash is let's see about I think that's right. So it's an asynchronous thing to get the hash, and then to break it out, it's synchronous. Is that right? All right, let's see how they did this. Oh. Hash sync, compare sync. That makes sense. The whole thing's synchronous. So we sync. So we get our synchronous password. Then we compare it synchronously as well. Okay. All right, so that was a lot of introduction, mainly to what do you call it? To Helmet, and a little bit of bcrypt to make your applications more secure. You can see that it's a very short section because it does a lot for you. It's not like you're going to go and have to master these things. You're probably going to set it up once or twice, or every year do a security check, or run some tools against your app and see how it plays out. But with that being said, in the next section, we're going to actually get into some really fun stuff, which is unit testing. And Chai is one of the more popular ones. And I'm very big on unit testing. It's something that I do daily, and I think it's one of the best things that developers can do and really will help you become a better developer. So look forward to that. And as always, guys, don't forget to check out my latest courses, like the 100 front-end interview technical question challenge, which will get you prepped for those front-end interviews. You can get for just $9.99, description below. I'll see you guys next time. Bye. Hey guys, don't forget to hit that notification bell or smash that like button while you're at it. And if you're interested, I just released my latest course, the 100 front-end technical question challenge, which is there to help you pass those front-end technical interviews. There's over 100 questions. You can get it for just $9.99. The link is in the description below, or use coupon code CodingGod.